Hey guys, Brady here with your daily tennis lessons. So we're looking this week at how to handle power and pace from your opponent. And today specifically, we're going to look at the idea of shortening our backswing at the baseline. And it's a pretty cool week because we're going to see scenarios up around the net, return a serve, all that stuff. But today's just that standard ground stroke where your opponent is delivering a ball with a ton of kind of heaviness to it. And you guys might find yourself hitting the ball consistently late. So let's talk about contact point for a minute. I think as many of you know, if you've watched my videos, whether you're a step-in stance or an open stance for your forehand, I like the contact point to be slightly in front of your left foot. So if you have a look at a couple forehands here where Mark's not hitting me a lot of pace, you'll see that I get that contact point out in front of my left foot. All right, now the problem that a player presents that delivers a ton of power and pace on the ball is that after the bounce of their shot, the ball is getting back into this zone very quickly. So what we've got to look at now to get that contact point in front of the left foot consistently, even when we're handling all this power, is first off the height of the loop. All right, watch one more forehand. The standard forehand from me, I think you'll see that the height of my loop is definitely above my head. Now, an adjustment I like to make, and I would highly suggest that you guys start to make when you're dealing with this ball with heavier pace on it, is lower the height of your loop, okay? Now, I don't know, exactly how high this is going to go. I think the idea that I like for myself is that the tip of the racket is now going to somewhere be around the top of my head. So let's have a look. Mark will give me a little more pace here. I'm going to keep the height of that loop a little bit lower, and you guys can see I had a pretty easy time still achieving that point of contact that's slightly in front of me. I've had a lot of players tell me in the past, well, you know what, I'm keeping the height of my loop lower, Brady, but I'm still not getting the racket out in front. That heavy ball still feels like it's jamming me. So now the third piece of this puzzle to really have you guys hitting well against pace is the idea of shortening the backswing overall. And what I mean by that is I could take the height of my loop lower, but if the depth of my backswing still gets behind me, I normally get to about this position, really far behind my right hip, so that I can create a long swing to the ball. I love that feeling. But if the height of my loop combined with still some depth in this backswing is still causing me to hit late, now the backswing has to become a little shallower, meaning I'm going to still keep this lower, but basically once I feel the racket near my right hip, I'm making a drop, I'm changing direction, and I'm getting that racket moving out the other side. So it's lower, and it's also more compact in this zone here. Let's have a look at a couple of these. Okay, now I'm using my opponent's pace to really crush the ball back at him, and I don't feel like my timing is being tested the way it would if I kept my standard height on the backswing and I kept that depth to my backswing, where a lot of times now, you get that shoulder pinched up, the racket starts facing to the right, we hit a couple balls into the side fence, just a disaster. All right, so handling pace at the baseline. Know that your main goal with this is to continue to achieve a point of contact that's in front of the left foot slightly. Right next to it's okay too, we just don't want to see it get behind. So if that's the goal, the two things we're going to do is take the height of the loop down and take the depth of the backswing and shorten it, and that's going to get us thrusting out in front and starting to use that opponent's pace. And as you can see, I hit a couple nice forehands right there, even though Mark's kind of just bombing those feeds at me. All right, so that's all I got for you today. Ton of more videos to come this week on handling pace from your opponent all around the court. I think you guys will find those great. But until then, please click like below this video. And if you have not subscribed to our channel yet, please do so. as well as check down below me in the description of this video. You'll find the link to 3 free courses Mark and I have put together. I think you'll find those really helpful as well. All right, so until next time, be well, and we'll see you soon at Daily Tennis Lesson.